All right, we're here. We're doing the thing. We're here at the SPL Post to Post, your source of SPL and Slapshot related news. We got no headlines this morning. We got no games to talk about from yesterday. But we do have the one and only Skiztastic here joining us up here in the booth. That's not the right screen. Man, we're off to a great start. How's it going, Skiz?
SPL personality. Here with your actual favorite SPL personality. Yeah.
Man, I am far from a professional when it comes to this. That probably sounded horrible because I had you muted for the first 5 words. All right. Off to a great start. We're setting expectations.
Fine.
Yeah, we'll go over the standings. We'll go over, whatever else comes to mind. We'll talk about a few things with Skiz, and we'll see how the night goes. I don't know how long this will be. We'll just ride until we run out of topics, basically. But
We'll just in true Orca's Face Off podcast style, just go until there's no more going, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, does the audio sound all right? I don't want to get too far into this if the audio is a little lopsided in favor of one of us, but yeah, until somebody says otherwise, we're gonna pretend like it's all fine. We're gonna pretend like it's all spiffy, jiffy, other rhyming words as well. I didn't go to school. Let's take a look at the pro standings. 7 teams being qualified and not being able to get kicked out. Crook says should be fine. So I guess we're all right in the audio department. But yeah, right now everybody just kind of battling for seeding. Only 2 teams that can swap positions right now are the Los Angeles Comets with 2 points in hand. They can get out of the relegation spot if Yosemite loses the rest of their matches. I think they got, what, 4 games left? They got 2 games left on the season, 4 points in hand. So Grizzlies just got to win one of them to stay in the playoffs. Yeah, there's still a lot of games left undecided right now. Otters have 4 left. Cobras have 4 left. Flappers and Plague alongside the Monkeys have 3 remaining. Then, of course, the Vipers and the Grizzlies both having 2 games left in the season. West Virginia forfeiting 2 games this week. The only forfeited game so far in the Pro Division. So that might come back to bite them later on here in the week. But that's yet to be decided. Still got to figure that out. But yeah. You got anything you want to talk about with the pro standings?
Not really. Well, when it goes back to the Comets and the Grizzlies, I have an interesting story actually about the Comets. So Crooks was looking at trying to get somebody out of there. I'll just say that Crooks was looking to try to get somebody out of the Comets, and a certain somebody on that team, they said, I don't know if I can find the quote, but they said they will refuse to play with me because they only play for clips and don't want to win. So that's that is the Comets mentality, and I'm a little bit cautious about playing them in promos because if they flip a switch, they might stop sucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like they're going for clips over there, and that's interesting way to play SPL.
I mean, where there's fame and glory, there's gonna be people looking to grab it. If playoffs started right now, this would be the pro playoff scene. I think this is right. This should be right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pittsburgh Vipers would be playing the Grizzlies, Maui Monkeys against the Cobras, Plague against the Otters, and then Clappers would be playing the Typhoons. None of these are set in stone because of the amount of games still remaining for the pro series, but this is what it would be. Everything's a best of 3 except for the championship series, which is a best of 5. Yeah, that's the main gist of it. That's the main bark to the bite. A lot of these teams have seen each other a lot this season. A lot of these teams have a lot riding on the line here as we come towards the postseason. Yeah, of course, Comets can make it their way up to the Vipers, but they might have a better chance to get clips down in the pro promotional series. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this. Nothing's really set. Nothing's really finalized in this bracket. So, but what is finalized, which almost finalized, I mean, there's 1 spot remaining. The pro promotional series. 5 out of the 6 teams are confirmed to be in the spots where they're at right now. Tsunamis will be playing the Outliers. Winner of that best of 3 goes up to play the Comets. Good luck to them. Noobs and Orbit will be moving on to play the Orangutans. How do you feel about, being on the Orbit? For those of you who don't know, Skiztastic is one of the Orbit members after the roster lock. Uh,
Yeah.
how do you feel about having to play the noobs in the first round?
I feel like there's a very specific way to beat the noobs. I think that there's some weaknesses in their play style, but if X plays, I think he dropped 7 on us last time we played. If X plays how X can play at his best, then I definitely am a little bit shaky on that. But if we do get past the noobs and get to the Otangs, I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating it at all. I'm more worried about the noobs and the Otangs. If I have to play Cameron again, I'll be wiping my hands. Probably. Yeah.
I don't know if Cameron's playing during the off season. I was talking to him a few days ago about it, and he said he's going to retire after this season again.
That's
For
happened how many
whatever
times?
that's worth.
Well,
For the 9th time in his career in the past 5 seasons, he's going to retire. That might just be him wanting to look for a different team if they demote, but I don't know. He was pretty happy to play pro this season, from what I understood.
I mean, it'd be the first time he gets through a whole pro season, right?
That is true. That'll be. I think this is the first time he's playing in pro, because back whenever the
Well,
Otangs.
We had him on for
Oh, that is true.
3,
Yeah.
4 games.
I think that was season 2. I mean, it still counts.
Yeah, season 2 because Tank left, and
Yeah. And everything else happened.
if Cameron doesn't play, then I'll play Echo. Okay. Oh no, more worried about Cameron than that.
Yeah. Yeah, Comets. It could be the Comets, could be the Grizzlies there in the top right of the bracket, taking on the Tsunamis or the Outliers. It will be those two teams playing on the right side, even though there's still a few games in hand. Ottawa Orbit can start the New Jersey series whenever New Jersey gets their last game finished and they get the regular season in the books. Ottawa's positions in the standings are already solidified. I think the Tsunamis have 1 game left. Outliers have 4 games left, but yeah, nothing can change in the standings.
Oh, so we did get our forfeit over.
Yeah, I think
that was a
story.
That was a spiel. Yeah, we did get the forfeit. Okay, that was a big old. Bolte and Clifford were ready to club each other over the head. Like,
yeah,
I was.
Yeah, those were some interesting tickets to read through. The story that I got from it was Ocean City's one of the better scheduling teams from what I've seen. Like, Clifford will have will have his calendar set with all the game times and when they're available and when they're not and why they're not, which I really like because I used to do that.
I got that in the DMs. Yeah.
And then I remember seeing a ticket get opened by Clifford with a scheduling issue with, you guys, the Tsunamis, and Bolte says, "I can't read that." and I just kind of sat there and I thought, huh, interesting. This is going to be a trip.
on the 7th, I got a DM from Clifford. He was like, "Your captain can't read a calendar," and he sends me this like elaborate like Google calendar with like all the times available.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, sure, we'll play on Saturday at 9:30. And then we said that, and then I was like, oh, okay, Bolte, we're playing them at 9:30 on Saturday. He's like, "No, we got a forfeit." I'm like, all right, cool, yes.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm not gonna complain.
I remember, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before that, Clifford ended up opening up a ticket talking about the availabilities with their last 4 games of the season. And he just wanted to take forfeits for whichever team it was in favor. Since you guys had the start time at, I think it was Saturday at 8 or something, like today at 8. But Cosmo ended up getting
8:30 today.
Yeah, Cosmo ended up getting called into work, and so that's why you guys got the forfeit win over the Orbit. Clifford was fine with it. It is what it is. But yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. Outliers are probably gonna pass them with their 3 games on hand. Like,
yeah, Ontario's still got a few games left to be played. That's an understatement. But yeah, Scorpions confirmed to be 9th place in Challenger. Ottawa Orbit. I'm pretty sure you guys can't get knocked out. I think I did my math right. What, Pittsburgh Spinners, they got 8 points, 21. Yeah, they can hit 21 standing points if the Spinners win all 4 of their games, but it's still a game and a half behind you guys.
So can we take a look at the IM? Do you have the IM promo bracket? Is that a thing?
I do. Hang on.
Dude, let's take a look at that, because I just want to count all the ways that MBM can be sent to IM. Let's
Well, the only team to be able to do it is Snail's team, and Snail's history in the playoffs is not the best.
Oh my! How
He,
many times has Snell
um,
been in this?
a lot, and
Yeah.
I think it's been 3 seasons straight that the Delmarva Dandy Popes are in the Challenger promotional series.
Oh, so
But
the Voodoo are clean, yeah.
oh yeah, the
Or
Voodoo are just
just
moving up. Originally
nice.
they would play the Woofers, which I think that'd be a great series to watch. D Swoop squad against Mythrender on defense.
So what happened to them?
I don't know. I think they just the last season that's Logic's spot from last season.
Right.
So, the North York Renegades basically gave off captaincy and rebranded to the Dover Dog Woofers. And then I don't know, they kind of started playing they started getting stomped a little bit by the upper side of the Challenger, and I think that might have just like took the wind out of their sails of sorts.
Hmm.
And, after that, teams normally just end up, losing interest in the game and walking away from it. I know that happened to the Gibsonia Geesters in intermediate, but it can happen whatever skill level you're in. But
That's unfortunate for D Swoop.
yeah,
He
he's
was
a great.
kind of a prodigy.
Yeah, Swoop was a great player, great guy. But
Unfortunately, he ended up on the Outliers last season. That was
yeah, I mean he played pretty great.
not the move.
I mean, you take the openings where you get them. I think Hex went to the Grizzlies this season. Yager somehow made the walk from open to pro in the span of a season.
He
Which,
deserved it though.
oh yeah, like
there were very few people that I would have wanted to take my spot, but Yager was.
yeah,
I liked him. I was honestly heavily considering playing with him and Shao. I was like, oh, I'll go. That's an easy, because that would have been if the Monarchs had stayed the way they were with MVM or C-Max, me, and Yager. I feel like that would have been a nasty team.
oh yeah,
But he went up, and I just had to play with C-Man, so.
yeah. I mean, I remember watching Yager first enter Open Division. I think he was originally on the Michigan Mafia for, I think it might have been a week, maybe a few days. And then he got chipped over. I don't know if it was confirmed that he was on the Mafia. I just remember seeing him in the Mafia Discord playing with the groups. And after that, he went to Toronto Seals? Toronto Narwhals? Whoever the Winnipeg Wrath played last season. I don't remember who it was. Pino will know. Probably not for the right reason. But yeah, Pino had to experience Yager's, open play firsthand, and he was not happy about it, to say the least.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, now he's up in pro. He's doing God's work. Yeah, I might buy a poster from him. I don't know.
The Yager poster, sheesh.
Yeah, Crooks has been peddling that in lobby chat quite a bit recently.
He moved on because that was my initiative, was the merch.
Yeah, I can't find. I own a tank tee, and I can't find it anywhere. I really wanted to wear it today. It's somewhere in my closet, and I don't even want to go in there.
I'm not gonna lie, I still have my Skiz shirt.
It's a really nice shirt too.
I got the OG Orcus hoodie with the totally not the Canucks logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the days, man. SPL has not been the same since OG Orcas was.
Yeah, it's kind of started going downhill. I don't know if it's because the Orcas aren't here anymore. I'm not gonna say one way or another. But yeah,
I think it's just the old guard. I'm sure the new kids are. I don't even know if the new kids are having fun, but I'm sure kids like Wizard or the next up and no, I'll never say Wizard is the next up and coming Skiz. You have to be good for that to happen, but
I don't know. He's trying something. Wow.
Have you read Challenger Chat?
Yeah, a little bit. I've also read Bug Silver. Ever since lobby chat went back up, I've been keeping a pretty close tab on the chats just to see what people are saying, what's happening.
Yeah.
He wants to fight somebody. He's not sure who he wants to fight yet.
I think it's everybody. I feel like he's got to learn to pick and choose his battles. You can't.
Yeah.
If you really want to be like a Skiz imitator, you got to have like three to four people that you go at it with. You can't just
you can't take everybody
racking
on at
up.
once.
Yeah.
Or else you'll have another story like Exploit where he changes his name 3 times in the next season to try to get people to not remember who he is.
Or Zarth.
Yeah, or I mean,
But
Zarth
that's
wasn't as
official
bad.
now, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, who knew? I wouldn't have known
All right,
that
so
Zarth was Proto Man.
the story behind that, I got a message. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I got a message from somebody that says, "Hey, this guy's playstyle looks a lot like Zarth," and I'm like, "That's weird." And so, I looked into it. I compared the slap IDs, and they were the same. So I'm like, "All right, whatever. I'll just combine them on the website." I didn't know this was supposed to be a secret. So, like, as soon as it happened, like, lobby chat started exploding. Proto Man Zarth. Everybody was like, "I can't believe this. It's the wool has finally been pulled back from my eyes." We got the last piece of evidence in the Phasmophobia hunt. Like, we can get out of here now. And so, and immediately I got like 6 DMs from I think it might have been Pino. It was either Pino or Snail. Like, you weren't supposed to do that. That was supposed to be a secret. I'm like, I didn't know. Nobody let me in on this. But yeah, Bolty talked to Pino a lot about that.
I'm getting DMs to put my camera on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not as attractive as Darth. I can't let that happen.
Yeah. I mean,
so I'm a bit under the weather now, so I'm like,
yeah, I feel that. I was debating not even having my camera because this is the camera that I used to do like play-by-play stuff with for volleyball, and so I couldn't find the wire to connect it to my computer. So I was trying to figure out a system that I could just like record Discord for like the who's talking indicator. But yeah, I originally wasn't even going to use my camera, but
yeah, I like it.
It
definitely adds some more personality.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already enough of a meme that like if I put my camera on, it's just it's over, you know. Yeah. And besides, I can't extort people for subs on my Twitch or a face reveal if
that is true.
Reveal it.
That is true.
Yeah. But going back to the Proto Man thing, I wasn't keeping up with the drama, and then Bolty DMs me to take his spot, right? And Bolty's like, yeah, we're kicking Zarth off anyway. And he just says Zarth. I'm like, oh.
Okay, we're up front now. Cross me once, shame on you. Cross me twice, we'll give away your alter ego. Yeah, that was a wild... Roster lock was a wild time.
It was.
There's a lot of questions of who's moving where. It feels like actual roster lock in the NHL where everybody's like, is Patrick Marleau staying on this team? You know, Zdeno Chara, is he gonna get traded? You know, all these other questions.
How many times is PK Subban gonna be?
Yeah, getting dished around like he's Yager.
Who wants to give a first-round pick for Jack Johnson? Like,
yeah, really. I'm not even gonna get into that. Never mind. Yeah, as Marc-Andre Fleury
I'm sure he's doing good in Colorado, right?
Yeah, that surprised me because when he was on Pittsburgh, I was not a big fan of him, just because his play style didn't feel like it meshed with the team. But
I think he was also just terrible. I mean, I think you could put me on Colorado and I'd do good. Yeah, and I've never skated in my life. You could just throw me in on the defensive zone with Cale Makar and it'd be over.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah.
The skill makeup there is enough.
Definitely.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna fall back on as a topic. Oh yeah, roster lock was a wild time. What happened during roster lock? Like, what happened? I'm curious to know the story behind like you leaving Ocean City and taking up free or what's the word I'm looking for? Taking up like landscape in Ottawa's town.
Yeah. Well, Ottawa. Okay, let's start from the beginning. End of season 4. What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, end of this season.
Yeah, end of last season. So like us coming up from Chow. We were looking for a third, because Hex, I believe his reasoning for not wanting to play with me was that he didn't like that I was the one getting fed. I believe those were his words. He wanted to carve out his own future, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be like the one or the sort of not backup for me, but like because Crooks is gonna look at me for the easy shot, pretty much. That was how we played. So Hex is gone, and you know, Crooks didn't have much confidence in C-Man. I didn't have much confidence in C-Man. Um, so we're looking for a third, and we wind up with N. We tried out. Obviously, we didn't have that many options because I'm me, and people think I'm gonna like bully them or something. So didn't have that many options. We ended up going with N. That was all fine and dandy. What? Let's see. How did we start off? I gotta go back to view all results. You know, we had that rough loss against the Cobras by 1 goal that bounced off of the top post. Kind of
Yeah.
sucks. We rolled the Grizzlies. We beat Otters, and then we played Pittsburgh, and that was obviously the absolute slaughter that it was. And I was a bit annoyed. I wasn't really feeling too good with Slapshot. You know, I put up 3 goals and we still got slaughtered. So we're going in. It's like a Saturday night or whatever, and we're about to play. Who are we about to play? We had like 3 games coming up. Like we had Clappers, Plague. No, it was like a triple header or something, Crooks. Anyway, I'm just chilling. I listening to the new Oliver Tree album. I stop my music. I get a phone call, and it's like 5 minutes before our game. Or like it was like 15 minutes before I'm getting a phone call. Crooks is like, "Skiz, unmute your mic." I'm like, "Bro, I'm taking a phone call." Crooks is like, "Skiz, unmute your mic." I'm like, "Taking a phone call, man." And then it just like spiraled, and I yelled at Crooks because I was taking an important phone call and trying to not play Slapshot for like 30 seconds. So he like gets mad and cancels the game. I think we ended up forfeiting that game because he cancels the game. And then I'm just like, I'm out. I just left. That was pretty much it. I just wanted to go elsewhere, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, new horizons, new beginnings, etc., etc. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, there was no like, I never really said there was a big falling out, but people were under the impression there was.
Yeah.
It was just more like the final straw in the I was sick of playing SPL coffin.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people just kind of assume there's a lot to the story because, like, everybody's like, oh, Skiz is, like, the center of, like, all the drama in the league. There's gotta be, like, this big, like, Kirk slept with his girlfriend, or...
yeah, I feel like that's what people thought. Yeah.
You know, somebody got shot in the process. No.
No. Crooks just wanted me to play Slapshot while I was taking a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. And then I was just like, I'm out. I was tired of playing on the Tsunamis, to be honest.
Yeah. Was there a reason you picked the orbit?
Oh no.
Or is that more like C-Man's shot the call?
C-Man.
Right.
I had the Scorpions, I had the Monarchs, and the Orbit. Monarchs, as I said, I would have liked to play with. If Jaeger was there, I probably would have gone with them. But Jaeger left, and I was like, honestly, lacrosse was coming up, so I was like, I'm not gonna have time to play this game like at all. That probably was like my last full season. I was like, I don't have time, so I'm not gonna play. And I told that to the Monarchs. I'm like, I'm not gonna play. MVM hit me up to play. I'm like, over my dead body. and then Bolty was like, I'll cut Zarth for you if you want to play. I'm like, and then he said he was bringing in C-Man for whoever who was that?
I can't even remember. That feels like a year ago.
I mean,
so they had Proto Man, Snowman stayed, Bolty. I can't remember who their fourth was. Was it Zay?
Yeah, it was Zay. Because they cut Zay. Yeah, they cut Zay for C-Man. So I was like, okay, why not? I'll play. Just partly to screw over Zarth, 1.
Yeah.
2, to play with C-Man. Those were like my 2 reasonings. And no offense to Bolty and Snowman, but I was like, I don't really want to play here, but yeah. I'll play for C-Man, and if it puts Zarth and I am, then oh well.
Yeah, I think they were gonna try to put that into play regardless, but
I think they were cutting Zarth no matter what.
Yeah. He's probably going to carry the Pythons through the playoffs, though.
I mean, they got Josiah. I mean, I think it's the Josiah dump to Zarth is just like, phew, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah, I don't think the Pythons can catch the Popes.
They lost to the Popes.
They got 2 points in hand, so even if they tie it, they can't make it. They lost both times to the Popes.
How did they lose to Pino?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Soulless is good too. What went wrong?
Like, they got one of the, I think, the most stacked roster in IM, but somehow they're second place with the worst record out of the two second place teams.
They lost to Pino.
Yeah. I don't think they'll hear the end of that.
Who is Gray?
I don't know. He came out of nowhere. Like, he's a really decent player that came out in like the woodworks. I don't know if it's like an IRL friend of Wayne Glensky or if it's T-Rax's friend.
I mean, he's chill. He played that game too. he beat an ex-pro. Well, I guess you could consider Josiah an ex-pro.
I mean, he was. I don't know. I would assume you consider him ex-pro.
I mean, he
qualified for pro.
Qualified?
Yeah.
He played enough games to count them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. He was in the promotional series game that put the Vipers in pro. I'm pretty sure he was.
No,
I don't think so.
No, because he left. Because I made him.
Because it was
I'm gonna claim that I made him leave SPL.
It was Milk, Shalissa, Henry, and Eli. I think was the promoting team. Then Shalissa got dropped. Now on the Pythons with Josiah.
But he left after we beat them in Shell and ended their like fabled 48 game win streak, even though they were playing an IM. Whatever. Yeah.
So I think they're solidified in second place. I'm not sure though, because Nightwings, Wildcats, both of them have 3 games left, 6 points in hand. But
so does the Voodoo's conference only go to 17 and the other one goes to 18?
Yeah,
one more.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
What was it? Chicago Slap Daddies disbanded from Omelet Conference? Am I getting that right? Yeah. So that's 2 games off the ballot for each team that's in Omelet because they play everybody twice. And then the other side is just -1 game. So it was originally 19 games for everybody, but math checks out.
IM is wild, and man.
Yeah,
wait, so why did the Narwhals only have 16 games, but everyone else has? Are there interconference?
No, they just got one cross-conference game left. I don't remember who they play though. Atlanta Peas last night forfeited to the Narwhals because scheduling sucks.
Yeah.
That was the main gist there. Narwhals got 1 game left against the Nightwings, and then that'll be the last Omelet division game.
Man, I kind of wish Pro was like this.
I know.
I wish Pro had that like 12 man.
Yeah, like the cross conference rivalries.
Six teams each conference, like.
Yeah. I think after all the like OG pros step out of the game, if that ever happens, we'll probably look into like restructuring the league a little bit.
You think Panarin's ever gonna stop?
I mean, maybe.
He's addicted. It's a drug.
Like, a lot of the current pros that I've talked to are talking about how much they hate the meta that's in the game, like the bumping meta, the dump down if you're in trouble meta. And I think this offseason, like, Lemons talked about leaving, Flaccid's talked about leaving, Spills talked about leaving, and Naren has mentioned it once. Rodeo and Meatsail are already gone.
Just wait till I bring Rodeo and Meatsail back. You're not ready. You're not ready for Skiz, Rodeo, Meatsail.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like Mace said yesterday. If you're down the ice looking for a pass and your 2 or 3 turns it over, most times that's a goal against. That's just a hard game to play whenever you get punished so often. But
yeah. I mean, I said I'd never play Chal again after last season, and I mean it this season. If I end up in Chal again, I'm not. If I don't get a pro offer, I'm done with this. I'm not playing Chal. The meta is so bad. If you have to play against, if Panarin played one game against a Chow team, even if he 10-0'd them, he would never touch Slapshot again in his life. It is so bad. Every team, the only good game we've had was the Outliers played better than most, but even then they still dumped and Cape made like 20 saves sitting in the back of the net. And then the Noobs were fairly okay, but every other team is just
Yeah.
oh, don't get me started on the Scorpions with LeBomb because they MVM and Wizard, both of them sat back and sent it. They just sent it to LeBomb every single time, just halfway across the ice, and LeBomb sat down at the freaking goal line extended.
Yeah, that. It just feels
So
like
bad.
the players' playstyles are just slowly creeping more and more up the divisions as the seasons go on. Because I remember that was open the first season I played. That's all open was just send it down the boards, try to chip it on net, and as like the top skills kind of cycle out, whatever reason it is, it seems like that playstyle just kind of keeps going more and more north in the league, and it's just gonna. I feel like it'll get worse before it gets better.
Pino, you're right. I do play with Snowman, and I've tried to reform him into a short passer, and it's not working, man. Crooks, I made you not do that. I made you pass to me at the blue line. I'm trying to make up for my sins that I caused on the Orcas, okay? It's not my fault. It's not my fault that I brought this into the world, okay? I'm trying to end it.
I don't know, there's a lot of conversation, like how would you even like negate or like try to not disable that kind of play, but like not incentivize it.
I don't think it'll ever happen with puck lift.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen either. Like, I think it was Flaccid yesterday talked about, no, maybe it was Maze putting in, like, the goals that you can't shoot and score with an elevated puck. Like, that might make it interesting. Like, I'd be all for that kind of idea, like a half net instead of the full one. Like, that might do something, but, you know.
But I feel like the only problem is that pro play, like, not, like, the only problem is that people who sit down and play this game religiously know how to abuse it. Like, you put a new kid in, and then, like, you got to think Irv has to cater to the 1% of SPL players. And the problem is we just know how to abuse it. It's bad.
Yeah. Trying to figure out a balance. I know, like, M-Dubs said this before. He'll probably say it again. Same with Irv. Whenever Irv makes a decision for the game, he doesn't make it with the leagues in mind. He just thinks, will this benefit the overall game? Which is important more than it should be. Well, not. I take that back. It's very important because Oceania has a very small player pool, so you got to keep that in mind on top of just trying to keep pubs alive. Because if the pubs die, the leagues die. And yeah, it's just who wants to put in the hours upon hours to perfect this Mickey Mouse game to be in the top 1% of whatever league you're in. Yeah, it's a huge time commitment. It's a hard game to pick up and master. Like, I still haven't done it.
Yeah. I mean, you've dedicated yourself to the content side.
That is true. But... yeah, I've played 80 games.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah. I've played, and it's weird because I have been around for in lobby chat or whatever, but I have like such minuscule. I don't play this game anymore. I mean, I have 700 hours, which is a lot, but compared to most other even Chow players, that's like minuscule.
Yeah. Like, I think C-Man's right around, I think he said 1,500, maybe 2,000. And I think I'm at 600 roughly.
And I mean, most of ours combined like is just sitting in lobbies. Yeah. Honestly, I leave the game up. Like, when I was in virtual school, I don't think I ever closed the game. I just had it up.
Lobby chat wild, and I'm just gonna say that and move on.
Is it?
No, I mean stream chat. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Pino's calling me toxic.
Yeah, I mean, what's new?
I don't know, man. At least I have limits.
Anyway, open standings the same. Bender's Conference on the screen now. Ice Cats, Generations, and the Alligators, all three of those teams are playing tonight. So the seeding's nowhere near being finished, but their seasons will come to a close by the end of tonight. Hopefully, I think Alligators will still have a game in hand. But those four teams will be your playoff spots for Open. And the other side of Open also, Hartford Wolves, the only question out of it, New Jersey Bullets. Odds are both those games remaining will be forfeited, just because I've seen what the scheduling looks like between the teams. Bullets play the Monkeys. That's going to be a tight game. Monkeys also have 3 games remaining. That's 6 points. They can be a first place team if they win 2 of those. So they can afford to lose against the Bullets. They can afford 1 loss, but they have the head-to-head record breaker over the Hot Tamales. So they got to tie it or do better. It's up to them what they do. But yeah, Bullets need 1 game to win or a loss in overtime to take out the Hartford Wolves. Might happen, might not, but yeah. We had a great season in Open. Like, there was very, very few disbands compared to last season. We had 9 disbands from last season. Do I have the list here? I do not. I have a list somewhere of the amount of we had 5 disbands this season. Sheboygan Jumbo Shrimp disbanded, got taken over, kept the brand. First time I've ever seen that. Yeah, Petard's dropped out, Knights dropped out. Yeah, we started with 14.
Open.
We ended with 14.
Woo.
I'm just surprised. I expected, maybe 10 teams to be remaining in each conference this season, but they did a lot better than what I was expecting. Yeah.
Why are the Neconics still around?
Yeah, they forgot to sign up this season. That was an interesting one. That was the Chicago level 3.233, whatever. Yeah, after the first week, they lost 3 games straight, and they were like, yep, we're done. We're never playing this game again. And so Nashville Neconics stepped in, took their spot. They went 7-2 this season, which is pretty great. They got 1 game left, trying to make it 8. But they're doing all right.
Yeah, I haven't heard the Neconics name since
like Nasal.
The great vanishing of Dilly and all that.
Yeah, that's a wild story. I don't think anybody's heard that story before.
Wait, why he left? Do you know why he left?
No, I've not about why he left, but like during the league shutdown and all of that.
I still have that. I still have that podcast on the YouTube channel. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was such a. I remember being a part of it. Oh, that was so wild.
The battle of the leagues.
Yeah, and we and you were just kind of sitting there because I remember whenever the league shut down back at what was it? It would have been April last year. I just remember me and you. I think we were in voice chat whenever that happened too. Like the announcement was made, and we were just kind of chilling out. Like, what do we do next? Because we had all the power. Because me and you were the main casters back then. So
God, don't remind me of those days, man.
That was a wild time. The
battle of the leagues, 2 hours and 30 minutes
God.
On the Ice Orcas YouTube channel.
Oh, I remember being asked to be in that because, whichever, side we picked, that was going to be the league. And I remember being in there and everyone was like, oh, Darth will know what to say. He'll figure it out. He's part of like NASAL or whatever our acronym was.
Oh
NASL.
My God, I remember the NASL.
Yeah,
man.
He's part of NASAL. He'll be like an advocate.
Admin.
But like I just remember being in that call and I would just like everybody's talking. There's like 9 guys in this voice chat. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna I'll just pop a few questions in there. Let's see what happens.
and then out of nowhere, Dilly's just like, yeah, I'll make a $200 reward for my league. Like,
yeah, which is I don't think that's the play at all. But if he wanted to and he actually got it off the ground, I would have been like more power to you. Because I really don't like the monopolies that leagues have on the league. It just doesn't like push. If there wasn't a monopoly on the leagues, like if there was 2 EUSLs and 2 SPLs, that would push both leagues to be better than what they are.
And, definitely.
And
yeah.
I
mean, I kind of wish it had happened how it had happened with NASL or whatever the hell NASAL and the Dilly League or whatever like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that was like the making point of what we have now.
Yeah.
Which is sort of.
I mean, it's something.
Something.
It's something.
I think you guys do a good job with SPL. I feel like you're making roses out of a shit sandwich. I guess
yeah, I catch your vibe.
In reality, you got people like me and shit just trying to make whatever the hell we can out of this. in the not right direction, and then you have other people trying to make it in the probably right direction, and I feel like there's a healthy balance.
Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be people that'll like shit post in the community. I mean, I think it's funny. I'm one of them, but I don't show it.
Oh yeah, you're not stopping me. You
Yeah,
can mute me, but you're not stopping me.
yeah.
Like, and we've talked about it a lot. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if the fact that people take me seriously in lobby chat is just like, whew.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on this because of the spot I hold. So I'm not gonna say anything about
Yep.
it.
Yep. I'll just keep putting you in an awkward situation.
Yeah. I mean, there's always gonna be we would try to put a spot for everybody, but there's been a few people that just take it way too personally. Whenever it comes like slight trash, like what Orange does, I think not this season. This season was a little bit too out of the reach, but like for the most part, what Orange would do is kind of what I would be doing if I wasn't in the spot I was, because trash talking and getting under people's skin's kind of fun. But
I mean, honestly, this game is terrible. This
yeah,
game is terrible. The only reason I still play it is just because of the shit talk. And
yeah,
as I've told you, I have like my line that I don't cross.
yeah. Everybody
Well,
does.
try not to cross.
Yeah,
And I feel like other people take it a little bit too far. But
yeah. I think every kid out there that wants to trash talk, they'll find their line somewhere along the way. Like I know what my line is. Orange has his line. I think it's the same line. I'm not sure though. We're brothers, so like we play in the same deck hockey league,
yeah,
and it's so much funnier because instead of trash talking 12-year-olds on Slapshot, it's 40-year-old men in
yeah,
a rec league, and
yeah,
I don't know how, but they take it more personal than the kids online do because they've been hardened by Call of Duty lobbies. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I like the trash talk aspect of it. You just gotta pick and choose your opponents a little bit neater, I guess. I don't know. Like Orange, I
Yeah.
think Orange has a hit list. He has a list on his computer of the people he's made leave and the teams he's made leave from his trash talk.
Oh
I,
god, I think mine would
it's
be too long.
it's wild. There's even some teams on there that weren't even teams because of how early on they left. Like the New York Slush. Nobody knows that name for a reason.
Is Orange the reason why Nasher left?
We can say that. I have a meme on Twitter. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up
Oh
real
no.
quick. There's a meme on Twitter about why SPL died. It really made me laugh. I don't even know how to find this on Twitter. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think that my problem is I tried to, I don't know. I feel like it sort of got to the point where everybody was just coming at me.
yeah.
Yes. I find it hard to believe spleen shit on anybody, but
I mean,
I
back
guess
in the
I
day,
guess it was a different time back then.
yeah. It was. I think that was what, a 3-month span, like just summarized on one screen. I realize I
Oh,
don't put
those
you
were
on
the
that screen.
days. I remember Jugi telling me in Tank to kill ourselves
Oh yeah.
in the promo tourneys. That was the moment that cemented Skiz right there. Was Jugi telling me in Tank to kill ourselves in a promo game.
That's the villain
that is the
backstory.
domino. Yep.
That's the moment that your parents got shot and you became Batman.
I think I'm more the Joker of SPL, to be honest.
I could see the Joker, yeah.
But I think it just get to the point where like after like season 1 or 2, when the good rivalry, like me and Chase, me and Chase was fun.
Yeah, there was a man. I still have so many DMs from that little rivalry.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
That was like those were because he was good and I was good. Like it was
Yeah.
not
It was
like
two
some
skilled
random
players.
kid, right? Like and then you had me and the who was that first team? Me and the Guppies,
Yeah,
and then like the Stampede and all that. Like those were the good times. And then everybody just started
yeah,
hating everybody else, and it just spiraled. And I feel like a lot of the new guys didn't. I feel like I didn't have respect for the old guard until I realized it was too late. And then nobody started having respect for the old guard.
yeah.
And now you got people like Wizard who think they're better than Panarin, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I remember Wizards' first 3 seasons in the league. I think I beat Wizard in my first season. That was a long time ago though. This season he's a lot better than he used to be. I'll give him that, but I don't think he's, above half a Chow, because half a Chow right now is kind of, it's the same situation West is in.
Yeah,
where,
Chal is a bunch of nobodies, man.
I mean, I feel like it's like a top half, bottom half kind of thing.
I
mean,
feel like it's a top 4, bottom 6 kind of.
Yeah.
Like everyone in promos is just the same recycled players, except the Tsunamis. I'll give it to the Tsunamis. I'm a Tsunamis hater, but I'll give it to.
Yeah, they did really well this season. I was surprised. I had my doubts. I'll just say it. I had my doubts Tsunamis were going to place higher. I had him 7th at the beginning of the season.
Did Clifford get good? Because I'm sorry, but Clifford was terrible.
I don't know. I don't know who got better, because I don't think I've seen.
To play them. I almost told Bolte not to take the forfeit because I wanted to play them, because me and Clifford have had a little thing for a while. So I was like,
Pino. Every time I see Dasher on something my friends are watching, I make sure to point out I scored a hattie on him. You gotta let the people know.
I think I played him once, and I'm not even sure if it was actually him or one of the fakes, because there were a bunch of Nasher fakes back in the day.
Yeah, I remember casting his last SPL game, and it was the worst broadcast I have ever done. Everything went wrong. I had zero professionality. I couldn't say half the names.
That's why he left, Darth.
Yeah, it was because of me. I remember me and Min were talking about, all right, Nasher plays his last Slapshot game. Does anyone want to take it? And me and Min were like, well, I mean, if you do this, I'll do that, and, we'll figure it out. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. He was streaming it anyway. But, yeah, I remember it was either me or Min picking up that last game, because I think it was a pointless game, because his team went, 0-3 that first qualification tournament.
Yeah.
And so it didn't matter. Like, he wasn't making pro. But
God, I feel like it's been long enough. I think I can say this. If I get removed from the league at this point, oh well. So in the rebound, do they not? Oh, do we not have? Oh, we do have the no. Oh, we don't have the rebound qualies things on there. On the website, do we?
I think it's its own season.
Oh, I broke my website. No, I don't have the standings tab. Do you know how to fix that?
What? What do you
mean? Have you ever had that?
No.
I don't have standings on the left side of my screen.
I have no website. Idea what you're talking. Oh yeah, that's a weird thing where if there's no round robin divisions, it doesn't give you a standings.
Oh, hold up. It's because I clicked on the quali tournament. Okay, all right. I got it. Anyway, so back in the quali tournament on the Orcas, we, oh, God. So it's me, Tank, and then we had Joe Schmo. We had Super Crazy. And then, which was like Tank's friend who had played the game for we threw him literally straight into SPL against Jugi. And then we had one other person.
Ugo?
And we got absolutely well, no, we didn't get destroyed by Jugi. We ended up no, Saji we didn't have Saji until a lot later. Oh, Ugo Frost, that's who it was. So, geez, you pulled that up. Okay. So we played against Jugi's team, I think we lost by 1, but he scored every goal. So it's kind of just that, and we had Super Crazy in. And then Super Crazy never wanted to play Slapshot again after that. So we called Joe, who's like our IRL friend. We called Joe and changed his name to Super Crazy and put him in illegally onto our team in the quali tournament and ended up making Chow off of that.
I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not allowed to say. I mean, you probably won't get banned for that because, other things
it's too far now. I mean, we kept it quiet for. Yeah. If you want to ban me now,
we'll leave it up to Pino.
if Pino wants to ban me for, actually Pino would probably.
Yeah, he might take
Pino's opportunity.
That,
Pino's been trying to get rid of me for
Yeah, for like 9 years now.
Not 9 years. But yeah, that was how we made Chow, was legally playing chess.
I mean,
Who hadn't played the game either before that point.
yeah, I mean that was the reason the Phoenix Onions got kicked out. I mean, we caught that immediately though, so I mean that's a different scenario.
I think this was before Slap ID was even a thing. No?
Slap ID's always been a thing. Maybe.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Hang on, I think I might have the logs for some of those games. Let me take a look. My downloads folder is the most cluttered thing on the face of the planet. What's the oldest log I have?
Tarth has been protecting me. I just gave Pino his.
Yeah, slap IDs have always been a thing because I have logs from 2021 December 5th.
Oh my god.
So yeah, IDs have always been a thing, but we've never kept track of it because they didn't serve a purpose for the most part.
Well, apparently they did. You guys just didn't know.
Yeah, I mean now we can
moves we were up to.
Yeah, well, with the slap IDs, we can pull up the most recent 10 games a player's played. So that's the main reason I started tracking it. I started tracking it March last year.
I mean, that's good for like getting logs if you need to, right?
Yeah, because like we had an issue for the longest time with open teams not submitting logs but playing the games, and I got so tired of. I was on open committee at the time. I got so tired of tracking down the teams, like DMing the captains, like, "Hey, you guys played this. I watched you guys play it. Where's the log at?" And they'll like, "What's a log?" And it's already like week 4 in the season. I'm like, "How do you not know what a log is?"
I remember dealing with some of that on open committee.
Yeah,
it's luckily just... I got kicked out of there fairly quickly because I don't think my mental health would have recovered.
I mean, for what it was worth, you did pull a lot of weight for the first few weeks.
I did, and then I stopped. I completely stopped.
Yeah. It was like at the not the climax, but like the peak of like the Chase Skiz rivalry, where
what was Chase? Chase was staff. Me and Chase both went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was what?
That was all part of like the nasal.
Oh yeah, because I went from admin to open committee.
Yeah.
And that wasn't fun.
I can't remember. We had some. It was like me, Pino, and Blades. Behind the scenes, MW was like, "Hey, if you want to keep the league going, like we trust you 3 to do it." And so, we were like, "All right, well, we have power. Who are we gonna put and where are we gonna put them? You just want to take like the hierarchy that would be like, you know, nasal with the combined leagues and just assign them each like a role. Like, what do they want? Why do they want it? Where are we gonna put them? Kind of thing." And so I think like that's why our open committee had like Dilly originally on it and Wiffle on it, and I think Amplify.
Yeah, because we tried to keep the league together, so we made no. Remember we made that BS.
I have a notepad of it somewhere.
The role, yeah, it was like the content creator role.
Yeah, it was
something we gave so they'd be happy.
We had I think it was gonna be like 3 roles for like, you know, the uppers of the league. It was like there's league admin, which we're gonna have like 9 people on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there was like
were there.
I think there was stat slave where they were gonna keep track of the stats, and then we had like the caster role. Oh my gosh, I can't even fathom what the league would have been like with that.
Oh god, could you imagine me as an ad?
I mean, I can, but because you take it seriously, but.
I would have. If I didn't get kicked down the open committee, I probably would have taken it a lot more seriously than I did.
See, having 9 people is the main issue I had with that. Because how are you going to make decisions? If everything's voted on and everything's, you know, like out of the league admin seat we have right now, almost nothing is voted on. It's just kind of like, does this make sense? Yes, all right, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But...
yeah.
Like, I think this season, like, all the promotional series stuff, I just kind of like, alright, well, this is the only way that it's fair, so this is how we're going to do it. And if Pino and Snail have an issue before it goes live, they'll bring it up to me. And so that's how, like, the promotional series, you know, seedings worked out this year.
I feel like Snail is the true puppet overlord of SPL. That dude is, like, invisible.
Yeah, he lurks in the shadows. Well,
I'm sure behind the scenes, yeah, he's doing stuff, but like.
Yeah, anytime he's pinged, like anytime me or Pino needs him, he'll come in. But like I think right now his life's pretty busy with like hockey. He got a girlfriend recently.
What a Chad.
His job, school. So he's kind of been, you know, a little behind the scenes more than usual. But yeah, Pino's computer's been breaking this season, so it's really just kind of been, me, and if I need something, I'll like message Pino and Snail. Um, you know, but
anyone is better than Blades.
I mean, Blades, he was kind of a level-headed guy. He was our idea guy, kind of. I don't know.
Oh god, I remember the open committee arguments I had with Blades. I wanted Blades just to go with Blades. he was the only person in there I disliked. Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, there was a few situations that I remember that was just kind of miscommunication, but given your two histories, I can understand where it came from. Like whenever Blades like added open committee and said you guys need to start doing tickets for all the slackers.
Oh my god, I was so mad.
Oh man, like I understood why you were upset, but that wasn't targeted at you like specifically because I talked to Blades about it afterward.
I had done like 10 tickets the night before that happened. I was sitting up till like 11 o'clock doing tickets with you, I'm pretty sure.
We were both in the committee voice chat doing tickets, trying to keep the league afloat, and then Blades threw out the, hey, open committee, adds the role. That happened one time whenever I was on open committee. I remember it, and then immediately I saw two pings. I saw the one from the open committee ping and the other one from, I think it was Min, that said this wasn't directed at you.
Oh my god. Yeah, but he didn't do that. But
yeah, there's no transparency.
I laid into him.
Yeah, I talked to Blades after that one, but yeah. I don't think either side apologized, nor did I think, anything was really said after that, but yeah. That was a wild time. Because I think back when I was on open committee, it was me, Rambo, Underdog, Night Sector. There's one other dude. I can't remember who it was. Let me pull up the listing. I have a list. If you go to the Slapshot website, League Info, SPL staff, at the bottom, I keep a log of everybody that's ever been on staff. Or everybody that's ever been a caster.
I'm on the SPL website? No way.
Yeah, anybody that's ever held a role of significance is on there. If you want to check that out, that's up to you. But
I never held a role of significance.
No, you're on open committee. You're on broadcaster. I kept track of that.
No, I'm not.
No, just scroll down a lot. It's probably you're on there. Trust me.
No.
I was brought onto
Crooks
open
is
committee.
on there on the media team. You still got who's Jivo?
I don't know. That was before my time.
You got Jivo on there.
Jivo! Man. I remember. He came to me during the off season. He's like, "Hey, I want to cast. I want to be the voice of SPL." Haven't heard from him since.
That one. Yeah. Oh, you remember that kid that we had? Oh, he casted like one game.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It was like Dismissy, or what are you talking about? There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. No, there was one. I remember when we were at like our peak of.
Yeah.
God, you wanted to ask me about casting in your questions. I don't even.
I mean, we're kind of segueing into it.
I've been in and out of casting so many damn times with this game. I just. Whew.
Yeah. Same thing with Cameron. Jeez.
It just got too bad that like I couldn't cast a game without having people like tell me to off myself in my Twitch chat. So I was like, all right, well, we're done.
We're gonna take a break.
I could probably come back now, honestly.
Yeah, I
think it'd be all right, but
I think everybody's more level-headed with you. Such, yeah, Dissimi, that's who I was trying to think of. There's a lot of kids that say, I don't know if they're all kids, but there's a lot of people that come on to open committee, or not open committee, but they put in their application for a caster. Like, I want to be a caster. I'm an IRL caster. I do high school sports. I want to like diversify my portfolio. And then we're like, all right, just take one game. Just do one game, so we can make sure you're not like 9. And they never text me back. I've had this happen 9 times this season alone.
Wow.
It's so often. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the league. I don't know if it's the community. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the amount of times I've jumped in and out on you, but it's just
it's just what it is. Yeah, let's see. Skiztastic started broadcasting October 12th of 2021 to November. Yeah, you're on this list 4 times apparently.
Wait, what?
Yeah, for open committee broadcaster pug.
Oh, you have like your own list. Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna link it to you. Hang on. Is there a screen that I can go to that doesn't have you on it? Hang on. I don't want to leak any text channel.
Uh-oh. Don't leak my DMs with you.
Hang on.
There's
there's
so much in there, Darth.
There's so many things,
talk
man.
About Crooks and... Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spreadsheet that I have. I try to keep up with it, but I don't think I've updated it in a few weeks.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Wow! Jesus!
Yeah, there's like everybody on it.
This is like when someone winds up dead in whatever state you live in, and then there's going to be a document of it on the SPL staff history. Jesus.
I could probably just pull it. Hang on, let me add. We might be.
Step down due to harassment from the community. Okay.
You gotta you just paint it like it is, you know. It's
Renard.
that's not the
Step down
same
due to
size. Whatever. it doesn't
Time
matter.
constraints. Chaser is in here like 18 times. Oh, when I left Pugmod.
Yeah, I tried to keep up with Pugmod. At this point, it's not worth it at all. Yeah, like
Released due to public interactions.
I don't know how to put it.
Step down due to personal reasons.
Yeah, these aren't the most professionally worded things. I could have probably reworded these a little bit better. I really like, if you look up where RESP is at, I really like what I put in for RESP, though.
The inactivity one?
Nah, he was on the
that's the one
media
for-
team twice.
Open committee removed for inactivity. Removed due to inactivity. Quit. That's enough free artwork.
That was his final words on the media team. Because he was
Oh.
supposed to be our, Stars of the Week graphics guy, and then it would
Mhm.
take him 2 weeks to do one graphic, and, I got on him about it, and he said, nope, that's enough free artwork, and then we kicked him off.
Don't get me started on RESP. Whew.
That's a can of beans for maybe.
That's a can of.
maybe
That's a
next
can
week.
of like. Whew, yeah.
Yeah. There's. Before, I think it was last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, the oldest member still on the list on an active spot was Love as a broadcaster. But,
Rest in peace. I remember when Love retired.
yeah. Yeah.
Love casted my first SPL game.
Let's see.
Or like first casted SPL game. I think.
Yeah. Say, Love was a hard baller. He would do maybe 4 games a season, but still, it's at least something. It's more than some of the casters we had on the roster this season.
But I remember Love had because it was for the promo. It was for the first series, and we got absolutely lit to hell by the baguettes.
Yeah.
Or no, was it the one? It was either. No, I don't think the one we got lit to hell by the baguettes wasn't casted. He casted the one where we actually made it to Chow on that crazy run we made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a moment because he had a whole hour preview and he said every single game we were gonna lose and he kept casting us and winning. It's
I mean, that's just the caster's curse, he's gotta, get his name on the cup somehow.
yeah.
The biggest naysayer proved wrong every game.
And here we are now, what, a year?
Yeah.
How many?
It's been about a year.
Holy, a year later.
I think qualifications started in January, ended in the beginning of February.
Too long.
It's been
too long.
Been a hot second. We're kind of keeping pace the same rhythm as last season. Yeah, I remember being on open committee back in, it would have been season 1 of SPL. I was drafted with Underdog, Noxu, Night Sector, and Rambo. Oh, that was a while. I remember I was in DMs with Underdog every day about tickets, because we were the main weight pullers back then.
Yeah.
That was good times. I kind of miss Underdog. He's got other stuff going on, though.
Yeah, he sort of vanished after season 1.
Yeah. See, I think season 2 came around. I think he got put up onto staff, and he stopped doing, what open committee does, because that's what they're supposed to do. So his focus was on Challenger Pro, but he never talked in lobby chat. He never was upfront with anything because he just did logs. He just did logs like a madman, which was crazy.
He's an absolute grinder. I remember, yeah. Well, no, because he was on open committee when I was on. Because I remember asking him a bunch of stuff, or he would fix all my mistakes.
Yeah.
You should have. Yeah, you know what you should have put for Blades? Should have put he's a phantom. That would have been. That would have been the best. Wait, secret committee? Hold up.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to see that. Fuck.
Secret committee. Hold up.
Yeah. So all right. So I guess now I got to talk about it. Secret committee it's basically open committee for people that don't want the recognition or the expectations of it. Underdog will do a ticket or two here and there. Same with Blades. Blades used to, but you know they have their own role that they'll get access to the tickets. They can see what's going on, do the logs if they want to.
Good thing you deleted my name from the log. Yeah, because we don't want people knowing I'm on the secret committee pulling the strings for
Yeah, you gotta keep it
the
hidden.
Ottawa orbit in the.
I mean, if Pino does it for the Wrath for all these years and nobody said anything, you know.
Yeah, I remember some Wrath controversies in the day. Pino at the center.
That's the best meme. Crooked Pino. That's my favorite meme out of SPL. Right on top of Carl Weezer dunking on Derek. That one's a close second, but
I was before that time, but I've.
Oh, it's such a good clip. My favorite. It has to be my favorite clip.
I mean, short pass. Well, no, not short passes. Who the hell is Kush Mama?
That one's a good one too. Yeah, we need an archive for all the memes that have caught traction. I might look to put this together.
We need short passes. Who the hell is Kush Mama?
Yeah. Pino, I swear I had nothing to do with it. All those years of Winnipeg Wrath staying in Challenger from disbanding teams, nothing sketchy going on.
So you have in the questions, how did I find Slapshot? How did you find Slapshot, Darth?
I honestly don't remember. I just remember seeing Min's broadcast one of the days, and then trying Slap 1, getting destroyed by Gander, never touching it again for like a year. I would have been a broadcaster for 3 years now if that didn't happen. Maybe 2 years if that didn't happen. My dates are mixed up. It's 2022. But yeah, I remember that happening, and then like 5-6 months go by, and I'm like, oh, okay, they have a league for this. And so I looked more into it, and I think I got into EUSL before I did SPL for some reason, and then I got, you know, tagged as a European player, and then I was getting thrown into the European system before anything. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, because I'm from Pennsylvania. But, you know, after a while, I found my way back to SPL, because nobody in EUSL would send me back to North America. Nobody would. No, not a single person would link me to the server. But, yeah. But that's how I found the game. I got destroyed by Gander. I didn't touch Slap 1 again, and then I got picked up as a broadcaster to do Pino's post-season of Season 4.
That's interesting, because I'm sort of the opposite. I found it because of Nasher, and then I ended up getting absolutely destroyed by Panarin in my first game, and then just didn't stop. I kept going because I didn't want to keep getting destroyed. So that's sort of.
It's the drive to not suck, or whatever.
I don't know if I ever have overcome that drive, but I did beat Panarin at least once. So
I don't even think Gander played in SPL. I just remember getting my ankles broken. I tried this on 4 different occasions back in Slap 1 to try to get to know the game, and every time I got in a lobby, it was just Gander with a little hurricane whatever, you know, emoji before and after his name.
He must not have played Rebound, though, because I don't.
No, he hasn't been around. I know he plays HQM, at least a little bit, to some degree, but yeah. Man.
Oh, and then I came full circle because Panarin knocked me out of my first. Oh, I forgot about that series. The 1-2 series we lost to the Clappers on the Orcas.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
That was actually a fairly good series, because I had beef with Oceloth at that time.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to Oceloth? He disappeared again.
I think the segment that he came back to pro, he was like, all right, I want to get back into this game. And then, you know, the bumping meta started ramping up towards the end of that season. So.
Oh, he hated me for that. Yeah.
He's like, everybody dumps and chases, everybody bumps. I don't want to be in this league. I don't want to play the game, which is fair. You know, it's his reasoning.
It's about to be me if I have to. I'm not playing. I'm telling everybody this right now here on SPL Post to Post, the most prestigious SPL podcast. I'm not playing another season in Chow. I'm done.
I'm done. You know, you're never gonna see me again.
If a pro team doesn't want to win and doesn't pick me up, and then I'm done. It's over.
Now, what happens if we make Pro and Challenger a draft league?
I wouldn't.
Would you be into that? I don't know. Like if Challenger becomes the minor league, major league becomes Pro.
I mean, I feel like that'd be better than what it is now. I think now it's just too much favoritism.
Yeah.
I think it's just all.
I don't even know if it'll change next season.
Sorry, I just got text. Yeah, I mean, if it does change, I'd probably stick around just to see where I get drafted.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is there's no guarantee that anyone's gonna stay. Because if I get drafted to a Chow team with like Cape, I'm gone.
I mean, he's not that bad, but at the same time, I get your beef with him. Yeah.
Not even just that. Like, there's people that I would not play with. I think that's the problem with draft. Is there even? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I say that, but I don't know. I feel like there's people that wouldn't play with me if I got drafted to their team. You know what I mean? Like people think.
Yeah, everybody.
I feel like a lot of those problems could be alleviated with like one voice call with the person.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is people don't want to do that. Like, I mean, I haven't talked to like anyone I beef with. I've never actually personally talked to in a VC.
Yeah.
Like it's all just like on paper.
Like,
but people won't. Yeah.
I can't even remember back in like the in nasal whenever we had like there was like a week where we just stayed in a voice chat. Like you wake up, get in the voice chat, talk about the league, go back to bed, do it the same again tomorrow.
Yeah,
that was
there
training.
We were there for like a week straight. We did not leave that VC.
That was such a long week because it was just like there was like 5 out of the 9 guys would be in a voice chat, and the other people had real lives. So,
oh yeah, I was there. I mean, that was before I even played sports. So I was in there like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was given the shoe of figure out what we're doing with SPL, so I had to have some like, interaction with the community for that.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot how much I actually was there for that.
Oh yeah, it was
to, like stroke my ego, but like that was a long time.
It was just day in, day out. It was like me, you, who else was in there? It had to have been Noxu. Oh man, I have clips of it. I don't know where to find those clips though to check it. There was like 5 people that would be in the voice chat every day. I remember Walster was, in text chat. Mace was in text chat. Chase, I don't think joined the voice channel ever.
Mace, I remember fighting with Mace because he wanted 4v4.
Yeah, there was a big discussion.
I think that's what eventually kicked me out of my admin role. Is what I said to Mace about 4v4.
Yeah. You're not allowed to talk about that. Don't ever talk about that again. I'm not even going to say what it is. Just don't. You're not allowed to say that. That's a secret. Don't talk about it.
Don't get me started on that person.
Oh man.
The amount of times I've been shadow banned by that person.
Yeah, me, Pino, and Snail have our own little Discord that we keep, we'll keep ideas that people throw out. We keep tabs on captains that, double cross us and make our lives difficult. We also have, an honor roll listing in there for captains that do a good job. So, if anything happens down the line, we can give them, a pass. Because
I bet you I've never made that list.
I mean, there's been once or twice.
You've made one of the lists. Captain. I made my scheduling clean.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main gist of what that server's about. Those of you who know. Yeah, want to be famous a little bit, but not really.
Yeah, I mean,
have fun. That's a lot of pressure.
I gotta get those free primes, and by free I mean purchased prime. Why would you purchase yourself? Wait, what? I'm not gonna click that. I'm kind of curious, but I like my privacy. I'm not gonna click that link. But why would you want to buy Twitch Primes?
Who was it? There was somebody that's really popular now that started off by buying, their viewer base, and then they sold because they were funny. They took that and they made a platform. Was it Slimesicle? It was somebody that's really popular right now that started off by buying views on their Twitch, and then that just transitioned into more people finding them, and then that became their audience.
Dang, is that all I have to do to make it in the Twitch industry? Not come back, not just keep saying I'm gonna start streaming and then stop streaming and then say I'm gonna start streaming.
Yeah. The J-Slat method. There was somebody that's really popular now that's gone that route though.
The amount of times I've come back to streaming. Yeah. I most recently I was like, well, I was gonna bring back my podcast. Actually was gonna bring back my podcast, and then Crooks' computer died, and he never made me the overlay. And now there's no point in me doing a podcast because I'm not gonna have the production value that this has. So.
I mean, yeah, I was. Did I ever talk to you about that? Because if you were gonna bring that back, I would have been willing to be a co-host with you. just like another person to bounce.
Come on,
words
and you
off
didn't
of.
even DM me about it.
I swear I've typed out this message 3 times already. I don't know if I ever sent it though.
No way.
Pino
you
can
got
vouch
cold
for
feet.
this. I remember talking to Pino about it like 3 or 4 times. Like, yeah, if Skiz ever brings it back, like I'll join in and see, try to, put something productive out on the line. But yeah, I don't think I ever messaged you about that.
Shit, no, I don't think you did.
Because at the beginning of the season, me and Pino were talking about starting up a podcast where me and him would like co-host it and we'd bring on people. But I don't think that ever got off the ground. And then I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to start post to post. We're going to do it every day. We're going to see what happens. If it sucks,
I don't
it
know
sucks,
how
and
you
we'll
do
stop
this every
it.
day. I don't know how you do this every day. I did it twice a week
Yeah.
in the prime of OFT, and I was... Whew. But then again, we also did go for 3 hours. So I guess if you break it up...
Yeah. I mean, it's probably about the same run time, because, I mean, I go over the standings, and that's the majority of it. Like, I throw out predictions, I throw out, what happened yesterday, because I know that. People don't.
Are you putting these, like, are you exporting them to, like, YouTube?
Yeah, that's my... I also highlight it, because I think highlighting it also keeps it from getting deleted. So everything should be on the Twitch, everything should be on YouTube. And then I have it all backed up on an external hard drive in case YouTube decides to fuck me over again.
Dang, okay, I didn't go that deep. That's kind of... I failed that check, and I always uploaded them. Like, I didn't realize that you could just export them straight to YouTube without editing them, because I was way too lazy to edit 3 hours.
Oh yeah, it's way too much work to edit that all together.
But I only have... Luckily, I got the good ones. Like, I got the Battle of the Leagues.
Yeah.
I have episode 6, episode 8, episode 1, episode 7. And there were like 14 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of work to try to keep it all backed up and everything. Like, even... That's just me talking, like, from broadcasting perspective, because, like, I don't think I have all of my SPL games backed up because of how many there are. It's just... After you're done with this, you just kind of want to stop and do something else, because it's been going on for a while, and you feel kind of drained after segments like these. And you just don't want to go onto the website and click export and then done, because that just feels like too much.
Oh, there's a bunch. Here's the throwback for you. SPL IM OCT versus New Jersey Noobs.
Oh my
OCT
gosh.
is Crooks, Disruption, and Zach Masta versus Girth X and Brutal.
Oh, I remember Girth.
This is up on the Orca's channel as a casted game.
Man. Oh, wow. Did I cast that? I don't think I casted that.
No, I cast it's like
okay, I was gonna say, I don't remember this at all. I remember it being like the promotional series game.
Oh, this is like this is like bad Slapshot too. Like, I'm just watching this. This is like terrible Slapshot.
Oh man, that's a trip. That was back in the season we probably had. What was that, season 3?
Oh man, probably before that. Camel is playing right now. Crooks benched himself for Camel. No, this would be when I was on MIO and Shal, because Resp, Cameron, and Brady B is a team.
Because I think it was season 2, the new.
So this would have been season 2 or 1. No, this would have had to been season 1. Because it was Chal Orcas.
Okay, so if it's Chal Orcas, Noobs, and IM, it'd be season 2, I would think. Because I think Noobs went up in season 2. Because that was the season we tried the cross-conference stuff for the first time and had like 10 teams on each side, and it was just 27-game regular season. Oh,
No. It's season 1, because it's Resp, Falapa, Cameron is the... Yeah. Because who's an IM in that year? Yeah, it's IM Noobs. Girth, X, Brutal, Datablaze. And then that game was a big game because OCT promoted off of it. Season 1, and then they were in challenge season 2. Why do you have that font? Is that like an opera? Like, go to IM season 1.
Alright, IM season 1. Alright. Red?
Rebound
Red,
season 1.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. And then... See? Typhoons, Noobs.
Man.
Yeah.
This Disruption. Oh, I remember Zach Masta.
Yeah, that's the game. Crooks benched himself for Camel.
Interesting. Is Camel even around still? I don't think so.
Oh no, he went through that phase. He had a phase, or like end of last season, where he played nothing but goalie
Okay.
in pubs, but I don't think he plays SPL. Crooks is saying he doesn't play SPL anymore.
Yeah, then Dizzy's on my A team.
Don't get me started on that kid.
I don't actually manage the tamales. That's more Agent P's territory, but I'm considered a GM for that roster. And
Orca's, our B teams never took off. We tried it like twice. Getting the Orcas B team in.
Man, I forgot this was the season I Love Fat Chicks was on men's roster. Or maybe that was
Before the noobs. I always thought Fat Chicks was a noobs IRL, but I guess not. I guess only X and Brutal are the ones that have stuck around. Oh my god, the Cincinnati Ice Monkeys.
Yeah.
I remember coaching that team. Coaching.
That was a good group of guys.
Yeah, Tank Coach Chum and yeah.
Clomps.
You know, I want to give props to the Hartford Wolves. Like
they've stuck around.
Those guys
have
have been sucking for like 5 seasons now, but they keep going.
I mean, they've turned it on this season. They're a promotional team right now. If all goes well,
that'll be groundbreaking. If they finally get out of the open, that'll be like
right.
You need to have a party.
They just need the Bullets to not play, and then they'll make playoffs.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
I mean, probably
not.
There's
no way
like,
the Bullets.
Just let the dream be alive, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. I believe.
I mean, they got it on lock. I mean, it's not up to them, but they can do it.
Wait, so Open only plays? Oh God.
Yeah, Open only plays their own conference. Games? So yeah, 14 teams. Everybody plays once. 13 games.
Dang.
That's why I was happy that nobody left the division and we kept the same number we started with, because then I could do seeding, I could do seeding so much easier with an even amount of teams and even games played, because then you could just go worst record, better record for the higher seed instead of making another round in the playoffs like we did it was last season. But
yeah, so there's only one round of Chow playoffs now. Or was that what it was? I guess so.
I'll pull it up. The Challenger promotional series.
Yeah, there's only one round now. I like that.
It's like one round beforehand than the promotional game.
So I literally just have a BO3 sling out with the noobs for pro pretty much, because God knows the orangutans aren't beating either of us.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because I can't, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, orangutans in a little bit of distress right now. How many games have they won in pro? It's not a lot. I think it's 2.
One.
I mean, it's one more than I have, so I can't really say a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, whenever Crooks is winning 7 out of 10, you gotta pick it up a little.
All I'm saying is that Echo and Falapa are in pro, and I'm not. That's just like
One thing that I think kind of shot them in the foot was Fizz dropping off the team to play on the Woofers. Yeah, I think Fizz.
I don't think Fizz would have made that team any better.
I mean, they had that chemistry over the seasons, but
I mean, maybe if he played over Falapa.
Because their starting lineup last season was Fizz, Falapa, and Valo, which Valo kind of made the team.
Yeah, Valo was good. They would have been. I mean, they were an okay team with Fizz, Falapa, and Valo. I hate Valo personally, but he's a good player.
Yeah,
but it was not. They won 10-8 last season. Well, they also Kyler never played, did he?
He played 2 games, 1 game.
1 game.
I feel like that's right. I mean, the Otters this season, I feel like should have done better than what they're at right now. But then again, they still got 4 games left.
I mean, if they pick me up,
because like the Otters starting lineup was like a fantasy team like 3 seasons ago. Because it's Kyler.
Well, the problem was, I mean, there's the meme about me making their team last year disband. Or was it last season? No, it was this season. There's the meme of me making them disband because it was Mace, Kyler, and who?
I think
there was someone else. It was another 3. The Eels. Do you remember the Eels? They weren't actually an official team.
I remember. Oh yeah, the Erie Eels. That was T's team.
Yeah, it was Kyler, and Mace, and then me, Crooks, our child team made them absolutely. We mercied them or something, and they disbanded immediately after that scrim. But I think they're
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
yeah. There's the meme of the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Green, Mace, and Kyler, that feels like a fantasy kind of roster, where I think they should be at least a top half of pro, but, yeah. I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. I don't know, they're still in a losing record right now, but they still got 4 games left. They got time to turn it around or whatever. Last 4 games of the season. O-Tangs, that's gonna be a win. Comets, probably gonna be a win. Cobras and Plague, probably gonna win one of those two. So, I mean, if it does work out for them, that's a 3-1 record. That's a winning season for the Otters. I'd put them, what, 18? So that'd move them up 1 spot. Play the Clappers. You know, I'd put the Typhoons against the Plague. That might be more interesting. Otters and Clappers, because those are 2, like, OG rosters right there.
Yeah, I think they'd be a better team with me than Green, but
yeah. I think Green just wanted out of Yosemite, because there's been that meme for like the last season and a half where Green's just Yosemite keeps on snaking me. I want out of this pit. Get me out of here. Nico's been snaking me for years down here, taking me off the starting roster. Meanwhile, he started every game for the Grizzlies.
yeah, I mean the Grizzlies have always just I don't know what is wrong with the Grizzlies. Honestly, I can never pinpoint what is wrong with the Grizzlies. Like they've always just been bad. Like they've been mediocre. Really, have they ever had like a?
They're every season's dark horse, so they always start bad, and then at the end, where the games matter, they pull it off. And then normally they go round 1 in playoffs.
And they're still like just mediocre.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't really been. I guess they got up to 3rd in season 2, but
yeah, they're not a whole lot to write home about. But
and that was the Q several Derek Wendy's bombs.
Yeah. I thought Bombs coming back to Yosemite this season was going to be like their turning around point. Because they were trying to find a roster that works without Rambum because he has the higher ping. But
oh, I wanted to poach Bombs so bad.
Yeah.
To the Typhoons.
Oh, that would be... I think that would have been pretty solid.
That would have been a ridiculous roster. I'm pretty sure I hit him up like twice. Because me, him, Crooks.
Yeah.
Mwah, chef's kiss. Like, would have gotten ludicrous, but... And I think OCT always just needed one more piece. Like, no offense to N or Hex or C-Man or whoever the hell else we had as 3rd, but we just never really had a 3rd piece that accompanied me and Crooks.
Yeah. See, 3s are hard to come by at the pro level because everybody's kind of got their team.
Crooks was the 3, but it's just the 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah, Crooks has gotten a lot better this season. Like, I've noticed his stick handling's really gone up from last year. I guess it would be last year.
I mean, me and him both literally just spent Chow.
Yeah.
Like, dangling and screwing around.
Yeah, just getting comfortable with the puck, knowing how to read the momentum. It's a big part of the game.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate that I left in a way, but I don't really regret it. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next season. Maybe we get a ridiculous... If I promo the Orbit, I'm still leaving. I'm not. I'm saying that now. I love you, Bolty. Love
not
you, Snowman.
pro.
Love you, C-Man. But even if I promote the Orbit, then you guys can figure that one out.
Yeah, that's considered a later problem, though.
Yeah. Well, have to beat the noobs first.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be whoever wins that between the Orbits
whoever
and
wins
noobs.
That, yeah.
Gonna just walk into pro. Sorry if that offended you, but it is what it is. This is the first time I finished my Mountain Dew during the podcast. This never happened before.
Because I'm getting you that time. I'm drawing it out.
I didn't even
I don't think a post-to-post has gone past an hour yet, right?
Nah, probably not. That's just me in my room talking. Now that I got someone to talk to, different story all around. Oh yeah, whenever the Popes hang on, let me just pull it up before I start talking about it. For the Challenger promotional series, if the IM team goes up, they got to drop somebody if they got 5. That's a good point.
Yeah, that rule is a thing.
Hope's got to drop somebody if they beat the
Bye bye,
when they beat the
Pino.
Scorpions. Yeah, Pina's gonna get snaked. He's gonna reform the band down and open. Yeah, it's looking tight. I think the Beans and Python series is
Yeah,
gonna be the
who the
most
hell
interesting.
is T-Rex?
I have no idea. I think it's Wayne's IRL friend, because they kind of joined the league at the same time.
IRL. Kick him to the curb. We don't need
It
IRL
feels
friends. We're an SPL.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got a Discord friend. That's what this is all about. That's why we're
What
all
do you
here.
think what do you think I did with Tank? Why do you think Tank doesn't come around here anymore?
It seems like everybody that joins the league with IRL friends, that team always disbands and the captain always stays. That's every single time. I don't know what it is, but that's the trend that I've picked up from the year of doing this. Like the Ferrets laugh track stayed, he was the captain. My team, well, I stayed. I was the captain. I didn't play though.
Orcas too. Orcas follow that pattern.
Orcas follow the pattern. Who else does it? The Delaware Dimers. That's Wizards team. Who else was there? Seattle Silverbacks. There was that way for a little bit. Then I think Jeb was his name. Left after a season. After that, Snail and the Popes. They were an IRL team. Yeah, it just seems to be the way it goes. You know, you sign up with your friends, you learn the game, you get better than they are, and then they're like, all right, we're going to move on to, like, Apex, or we're going to go play Fortnite, or whatever. I don't know. And then that kind of leaves you with all the hours you've put into Slapshot, and you're like, well, I mean, I might as well put in a free agency form and see if anyone picks me up.
Yeah. I've kicked the idea around about reforming the Orcas.
Yeah.
Problem is, I wouldn't have a pro spot. I don't think.
I don't know where we would stick you. That's a tough
I mean,
part.
it depend on who I get, but the problem is I
Yeah.
also don't get anyone because everyone thinks I'm gonna bully them. So.
Yeah.
One thing trash talk has not done well for me.
Yeah, there's very few people in the league that I think the term your as soon as I started saying it, it left my mind. Your reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's very few people that fit that bill in the league, but yeah, sometimes it makes things harder, sometimes it makes things better. Most of the time it's the first part, but
Hey, laugh. You heard what I just said, you know. Laugh.
Yeah.
DMs are open.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to that role, because I doubt K-Spar wants to play anymore from the comments. And without Jabu and Logic, Laugh Track's kind of high and dry in pro. But we might. Depends on how would you. All right, so if I've had this idea. I pitched it to Snail Pino. They both said it looked all right. I didn't talk to MW or Noxu about it, but during the off season, we're talking about doing a draft league, like a shortened draft league, where there's 3 weeks for regular season, 1 week for playoffs, and there's going to be 2 divisions. There's the major league, and there's the minor league. Both of them having 7 teams. One general manager does both, drafts for the A and the B team. Would you be interested trying to be like a draftee and that kind of thing?
Well, I want to be a drafter in that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I'd sign up for that. Why not? What else do I have to do?
True. I'm just trying to gauge if we have enough people to do something, because we'll need. Hang on, I can't pull it up. I have Discord open. I think we need 70 players to do something like that, because that'll give us a lot of wiggle room with like availability.
The only problem with that is again the whole. I'm just gonna use myself. I don't want to play for Skiz.
Yeah.
Example, like if I were a drafter, you might have to be very selective about who you let be GMs. Like I wouldn't even, if I was running, I probably wouldn't even let me be a GM because of how controversial I am. Like
yeah.
I didn't really have any issues with the draft team.
Yeah.
The 2 draft teams we played, no one gave me a hard time when I was their captain. But
yeah. I kind of used
just
to
food
be,
for thought.
Yeah, I used to kind of be that way, like with everybody that's been banned before in SPL, like High Flyer.
Haven't been banned. Haven't been banned.
I'm not using you as an example. Don't worry. But like with like High Flyer and Cape, like I've slowly learned, like, people know when to pick and choose how mature they are and what know how to read the room a little bit better. Like I've been talking to Cape a little bit more. I've been talking to High Flyer a little bit more, which both of them I had really negative views of before, like hanging out with them and talking to them.
I still have a negative view of Cape. I don't
Yeah.
think you can say stuff like what he said and recover from that. In my
I mean,
image, that's just how I feel, but
yeah, I
at
don't
least
know.
recover from that in this amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, there's everybody's been young and made mistakes or whatever. Yeah.
And Cape's got to be older than me, and I don't think that is.
Oh yeah, like
I don't know.
like he's done a lot this season that's kind of made up for that in my eyes because he's on open committee and he's pretty active in the tickets and he's pretty active in like managing the pug channels that he does. Yeah, it's just about finding what people want to be able to do and giving them a spot to do it. Like giving them a chance to prove themselves. Like there's some people in the community that just want to be in there so they can make fun of people and attack people, and that's how they make how they get off or whatever. Like, I have zero patience for those kind of people. Like, well, you know who you are, but
I feel very targeted now. Okay.
not you. Like you trash talk, but that's pretty much the extent of it. But I don't know how else to word it. Live track. What other way am I going to word that? Lack of a better term scenario. But yeah, I don't know. It's just. There's a lot of people in the league that I don't even remember what I was saying. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Like there's a lot of people that they show themselves one way in a text chat and then they're another way whenever you actually get to talk to them and sit down with them. Like,
and even I'm that way.
Yeah, even you're that way. Like that's how like I had a completely different view of you back before NASL, and then we spent almost like a week's worth of hours in a voice chat
Yeah.
just hanging out, just shooting comments back and forth, and that completely changed that. So like as long as people keep that kind of thing in mind and like they're somewhat respectful for the draft, like I mean that's just I feel like it'll be all right. But yeah, but like there's a lot of people asking for drafts. We might try something this off season depending on how long the off season will be.
I don't know, man. I need stuff like that because I need people to like. I need pros to play with me so they think I'm like not, so they know how I actually am, and
yeah,
like it is what it is. If I don't play next season, I don't play next season. But
yeah, we'll find something else to do.
We'll see who's curious to pick me up.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of hoping, like, at the beginning, whenever I first started doing this, I'm like, I could bring on the people that everybody kind of hates in the community and, like, give them a spot to, like, explain themselves and, like, get a little bit more, like a positive influence to the community. I was hoping to do something along the lines of that. And then you messaged me, like, hey, if you need a guest on the podcast, I'm like,
I lined it up.
That wasn't intentional, but...
I was just waiting. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew. I'm like, nah. No matter how many times I explain myself, people will
Oh yeah, there's gonna be people that don't hear this. There's gonna be people that don't think that's how you really be.
I did it to myself. I'm not looking for like sympathy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, looking for a redemption arc in your anime plot.
No, I don't give a damn. I'm just like, I just wish people would like cool it on the personal stuff.
Yeah.
And keep it like people. Just keep it in Slapshot. That's how
exactly.
And obviously sometimes I cross that line, but
Yeah, that's kind of been a rule. Like back whenever I wasn't really involved in the league a whole lot, like that was like leave it on the ice mentality. Like that's the rule that Orange rolls with.
Yeah.
Like the New York Slush scenario, I think it was the preseason of season 2. They signed up in Orange, just like, all right, these guys are going to be our rivals. We're bringing the Victoria Vengeance back. These guys are going to be our rivals, just like the Popes were the first season. These are the new guys. And so he started trash talking them in open chat. Like, I think he used Make-A-Wish a few times, just whatever, get under their skin. And then they started DMing him. And I'm like, come on, man, keep it in the Discord. And, they just kept attacking him in his DMs. And so, I don't remember, I think it was Darnell said, join the staging server, or the staging channel we have in here. And so everybody did. Everybody was in here, Orange was here, it was me, Darnell, Wendy's Cashier, Rambo. T was in there. And there's a few other people that, were a little bit more toxic than they should have been. But
I mean, like, do you remember when I got doxxed?
I do remember that. That was crazy. I still have no idea who did that.
No, neither did I. Hold up one second.
Yeah, I remember Orange. We were in that call, and Darnell said, "All right, we're gonna get these guys in here. We're gonna settle this beef." And so he pinged everybody. Darnell pinged everybody from that little, that little group of the New York slush, and they joined in. They were throwing hard R's around. They were throwing other slurs that I didn't even know existed. They sound like they're 9. And yeah, it's just M-Dub joined in the middle of the bombing of the hard R's from like the 9-year-olds.
Oh my.
And so like everybody's sitting back and just listening to these 3 kids go off. They sound like the whitest people alive.
I was in a VC with only like predominant pro players, and I got called that, and I still to this day don't know who it was. I have the clip somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah. I still don't know who it was. Yeah. And there was nobody I didn't know in that VC. Like, still, that's like.
I can't remember what happened next.
I don't think Kyler was in there, and I know his voice.
Oh yeah, everybody knows Kyler's
It's like
voice.
a grown man, like it wasn't Kyler. Yeah.
Yeah. See, have you ever been in a voice call with Vork?
Oh no.
Oh, it is a wild time to be alive. That's all I'm gonna say. I remember there was one morning. It was a morning. It was like 4 in the morning. Me, Orange T were watching Cars.
Nice, as
the
you
Pixar
do.
movie. We stayed up all night watching the Cars trilogy and Sandlot. And all of a sudden, Vork just joins out of nowhere. I don't know who invited him, if it was T, if it was Kyler, because Kyler was there for part of the ride. But I just remember Vork joining, turning on his webcam, and the rest of the movie was so funny. Like, Vork just made it so much better. I did not expect it at all. But, like, his mom kept coming in and, like, telling him to keep it down. And oh, it was so funny.
No, I honestly really just I've shied away from interacting with people in VC, like that I don't know. Like you're never gonna catch me in the SPL VC, like 'cause I know what will come for me. I know what's lurking, like it's like.
I mean, my reason's a little bit different, but yeah. I don't think I'll ever join lobby VC just for the fun of it, because it feels like if I'm in there, I'm like everybody's dad. Like, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah, I'm just the center of attention, and I don't like to be unless I'm like I do it on my own time, Yeah. That's what I can do with like lobby. Like when I talk chat and lobby chat, I'm doing it like people don't realize I'm like either in a class where I'm doing nothing. I'm like walking in the hallway, and I'll just be like, "Yo, Crusade, stop overcharging people for graphics," and I'll just put my phone in my pocket and walk to like the locker room.
Yeah, exactly. Just like a little jab, get something going, see what they say,
Yep, and then like I'll be changing for like lacrosse or whatever, and then it's just like 10 paragraphs from Crusade, and I'm just like, "You suck, lol," and then I just put my phone and go practice.
Reply with K and take it back onto the field,
Right, like it's like, I don't care, man. No,
yeah.
People think that I'm like uber invested in this. It's like, no, I have a very boring life.
Yeah, we gotta start vibing in SPL lobby VC now. No, Pino, not in your lifetime. No, we don't even do it regularly now.
I can't even. Oh, y'all have us. You can't join VCs when you're muted.
That might be. I don't know. I've never been muted, so I don't know what the
fair enough.
terms look like.
Is lobby chat VCs in general, right? Yeah.
It should be
I can't.
I might fix that. I might not. I don't know. That's up to. We gotta vote on that.
No, I probably wouldn't, because the people who are muted probably shouldn't be talking, including myself. So you might want to just keep it that way.
Yeah, I don't even know who's still on the muted list.
Me, Eli.
I think Renard's on there.
Is Renard free?
No, not yet. There's a couple people that I've already forgotten about that we were supposed to unmute. I'm sorry if you're on that list, but man, I do not want to go back through that giant text chat of what everybody's done wrong and figure it out.
I want to know how many times I'm on there. I've been timed out once and muted twice.
I think so. I know a lot of that channel is because the way we format it is you got name, underneath name you got duration, like when this will expire, and then you got reason. And I think every time I've seen your name in there, the reason has just been Skiz. That's just kind of the description now.
I mean, I've been in debt. I was the only time I was the only time I was mad when I got indefinitely shadow banned by M-Dub.
Yeah.
That was only I was like, okay.
Somebody brought this up yesterday. Pino was talking to me about it. Instead of muting people, having a lobby chat for the public and a lobby chat for the muted people. And I don't know.
God.
I don't think that's a great idea. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be straightforward with it. That sounds horrible. It sounds like
you just. That'd be like Mayor Renard, Eli.
It's like
Wizard. Oh God.
It's prison lobby, basically. It's the Shadow Realm.
I mean, that's already what Shell Chat is. So.
Yeah, I mean, basically. It's just that sounds like one of the worst ideas that I've ever heard. And you know who you are if you proposed it. But like, wow, it'd be the same as giving like prisons a microphone and letting everybody hear what the prisoners have to say. I don't think it's that great of an idea.
Oh God, no, yeah, no. I mean, I'd be curious to see who. That'd be my stomping ground, though. Can you imagine what I could get up to in a muted? Oh my Lord!
We'll just name it the Pond.
A podcast. I could make a podcast just going at it with people.
That would be. I'd be interested to see that actually. Now that we're like, it has piqued my interest. Not gonna lie. We'll just call it the Pond because everybody knows the Pond is gonna be a battle royale, and that's basically what that chat would be. It's just a battle royale. The Pond is a lie. Yeah.
So what do I have to do to get a Skiz shirt in Slapshot?
I don't know.
Have you ever spoke to because they got that weird like TikTok client that like doesn't actually do anything. They got a T-shirt.
Who?
Exactly.
I'm gonna be honest. The first time I heard that was from you in like I think it was lobby chat. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
C-Man DM me. C-Man was just like, "Yo, there's a T-shirt. Here's the code. Get a T-shirt. It's like super cool looking." Vita Boys.
Oh, the Chicago Vita Boys. They're all right. I don't know what they do now. Two of them are on the Buffalo Buffaloes, Noah and Hero. I think P Money's on there too. But
I know they made like 3 Slapshot TikToks. Is that all I gotta do?
I guess. I don't know. Like Crooks has made more than that alone. Like
I've made more podcasts. Like you got
where's
maybe
my
like
decal?
you got like 40 seconds of like TikToks. I've got like 12 hours of podcasts.
Yeah, that's just on the archive.
And that's just on the YouTube channel. Like what do I Earth? Oh, I gotta get my wallet.
Did you end up going to the Penguin game with Noah? He talked to me about it. I was busy that day. I know he DM'd a couple other people about it. But yeah. It feels
y'all getting invited to Penguins games out here? What the hell?
Yeah, Noah had an extra Penguin ticket, so he's talking to me about it. Oh, that sounds lit. Noah went to the Penguin game. Me and Orange took my dad to the Penguins vs Flyers game. And I remember getting a text message from Noah asking to meet up during the game. And I'm like, I'm with my dad. I don't know if you want to, like... My dad just kind of walks with us as we meet up with a bunch of other, like, 19, 20-year-olds.
I don't know, man. I could go see a Caps game with Team Green.
Agent P also.
Oh, fine.
I think Agent P is, like, right down the block from you.
I actually think I have tickets for the Caps Devils game, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah. I really wish I went to the Penguins game last night. I had a chance to, but like Penguins Vegas, that was a pretty good matchup.
Oh, didn't they light Vegas up? It was like 5-2.
It was pretty close. I think it was 2-2 whenever it started the third. There's a lot of big hits. There's a lot of questionable referee calls that were let go and enforced.
Does Eichel suck?
Eichel's doing all right. After he got the surgery, he's doing all right. Like he's still quick, but still recovering.
But is he Eichel?
No. Like
I don't think he's Eichel.
Like, I think he's still trying to get meshed with the team. It's like his 5th game with the roster and his line mates.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be that guy that... yeah. It's just like, Eichel's terrible now.
Yeah, he's definitely not, like, prime Eichel. But, like, he'll catch his drift here soon. I'm sure of it.
Mari Cooper went to the Browns?
Ugh. Yeah. Man, NFL feels weird. I'm hoping the Steelers throw harder than they've ever had before. They need to rebuild. And I've been saying
honestly, I guess I'm technically a Packers fan, but I don't really follow the Packers at all. Like, and that's not even like a geolocated thing. I went to a Washington Packers game when I was like 9. and became a Packers fan from then on. It's like they blew out Washington. My dad was trying to make me a Washington fan. I was like, no.
No, I only cheer for winners. Smack.
Yeah. Well, my dad's a Jets fan, so there's not much winning there.
Yeah, that is strange how people pick their favorite teams. Like I'm a Penguins fan because that's the local team. That's my dad's favorite team. Then Orange picked the Flyers.
Interesting.
That's why his name's Orange now, is because that's their team color. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I've been informed that I am going axe throwing, so I do gotta.
I wish you luck. Hope you don't die.
Yes. I'll try not to sling it backwards.
Yeah, this has gone on much longer than I thought it would have, actually.
Yeah.
I still
if you need content, let me know. I'm willing to hop back on.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
All right. I'll catch you around. Peace out.
Catch you on the flip flop.
Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to like and follow and do whatever and give Darth money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to plug. Twitch.tv/it's Skiztastic. Yeah. See you guys in Pro next season. Goodbye.
All right. Have fun. Yeah, that was Skiztastic. That was a long one. I was surprised that we talked for that long. I guess we go. What's next? I gotta talk to myself more now. I'm back to my own lonely self, which is me, myself, and I. But yeah, Eli versus Skiz debate next. That would be interesting. That sounds like, man, that sounds like an interesting time. That sounds like content right there. Maybe. Yeah, various topics. There's a lot to talk about. I still had 3 other topics lined up that we did not get to. That would have probably taken us to like 5 o'clock. But yeah, tonight's games. Taking a look at what we got. Skiz isn't here anymore. Just ignore that. Yeah, Okinawa Generations, Charleston Ice Cats taking on one another at center ice. At 10:30, we got the Austin Alligators and the Okinawa Generations also playing tonight. Okinawa finishing off the regular season. Charleston Ice Cats, Austin Alligators, still got one to go afterwards. Yeah, it'll be grand. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. I'm trying to cast that. Of course, tonight, if you're from the Open Division and you are watching this, check out Snail Mail Invitational. We're trying to get the boys together to get themselves a little bit of extra slapshot playing time. Even if you're not in the league, you want to play in that, hit up the Discord. It's in open league chat. I'm going to try to get a link for this down below the stream as well. But if it's not there, it's not there. But DM me. DM me if you can't find the link. I'll get it to you pretty quickly. But yeah, that's going to start 7 o'clock tonight if you're ready for that, from the Open and the new players alike. But yeah. No, this is the Snail Mail Invitational. The reason me and Snail started this up, I think it was back in season number 1, was to give the open players and the brand new players a place to play and try to sharpen their skills. So that's why it's there. That is the only reason it's there. So anybody IM and up, we try not to let them play, but no, Laugh Track, you can't. You're not allowed to. I refuse. Unless you want to solo it. If you sign up as a solo man, Crooks, Laugh Track, I will let you 1v3 an open team. I will 100% allow that. Yeah, that's the ruling is as it is. Yeah, 3v3 is not a demanded thing. You can have the most of 3 players on the ice at a time, but yeah, join the Discord. Sign up. Just put yourself in there. Fill out, empty for the other players. I'll see what happens. If we get enough to play, we'll play it. I'll cast it here on this channel, twitch.tv/DarthFaxil. That's really what it's all about. That's where it's at. But yeah, I do not want to see what happens. I don't think a 2v3 pro versus open is not the place to be. 1v3 sounds like it would be more interesting to me, but I'll talk about it with Snail. I'll let you guys know. 1v3 is a definite yes. 2v3 maybe not, but I think Henry could 1v3 an open team. Right now, I think the only team that's signed up are the Carolina Tropical Storm, which I think they're in the Dusters. They're in the Benders Conference. I clicked on. No, they are in the Dusters Conference. 7th place of Dusters. Carolina Tropical Storm is just above 500. They finished off their season that way, and they're the only team to sign up right now. Snail Mail Invitational will happen every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we started. Sign-ups close at 6. Check-ins at 6:30. Just like SPL's format, but not affiliated with SPL, not really tied into the roots. We just keep our seeding based off the knowledge that we have because of that league. That's the only really cross league involvement we have. Snail Mail is its own org. SPL is its own org. Not really a whole lot between. Yeah. Wouldn't be. I kind of want to set up a tournament that's 2v6, two pros, 2v4, 2 pros / challengers, and 4 IM / open players. That would be interesting to see. I'm not gonna lie, that's a format that I'd be interested in. I don't know if other people would be interested in it as well. But yeah, tonight's games, as what we got on the board. We got 2 tonight, 10:30 the start times. If I don't cast these games, that's because I'm already casting the Snail Mail Invitational. Yeah, format's still undecided. We don't know how many teams are going to sign up. Last week we had 1 team sign up. That was Carolina. So yeah, once again, just got to figure out how many people there are, how long we want it to run. I don't want it to run longer than 2 hours because that's a lot of Slapshot already. But that's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm trying to get. But yeah, 2 games a night. I'll cast those if I'm available. If not, we'll look forward to tomorrow. We're here every day, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. SPL Post to Post, main source of broadcasting information on SPL and Slapshot related news. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me here today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Skiztastic, great co-host. I was really surprised that didn't derail more than it did. Yeah, great stuff. Great podcast. Great stories all around the boards. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 o'clock again, to get you guys caught up. Last day of the regular season is tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We got a few games, a few playoff series ready to rock, ready to roll. New Jersey Noobs got 1 game left to play. That's the main headline today. Nothing really happened yesterday. Nothing really happening today. But we'll keep our ears on the ground for Sunday. Thank you guys for tuning in to SPL Post to Post. I'm Darth. See you tomorrow.